Vince McMahon appeared on TSN's Off the Record show in an interview about the Montreal Screwjob. For the first time, McMahon admitted that he lied to Bret about the finish of the match. Vince admitted that he regretted signing Bret to a 20-year contract, saying that he made the mistake.
You don't say.
Yeah. He said he made the mistake of listening to people around him at the time who told him that they couldn't let Bret go to WCW. He claimed that Bret breached his contract by refusing to drop the title, and Vince said that he lied to Bret about the planned finish of the match because he worried that Bret wouldn't go to the ring otherwise. Vince denied that Bret Hart is a Canadian hero, which the host disagreed with, and Vince said that since wrestling is scripted, if Bret is a Canadian hero, it's only because Vince made him one. Vince also claimed that he allowed Bret to punch him because he basically felt that he owed him an explanation and was willing to take it if Bret wanted to hit him.
What's a man?
As such an effing man. Man, it's just, again, a lot to unpack here. I really don't know what to say about all this. Getting to the breach of contract and all that and lying to Bret. First of all, you and I both, it seems from our reaction, we both kind of agree that's like, yeah, signing someone to a 20-year contract, especially like right here when they're losing to WCW and the ratings wars and all that stuff, probably wasn't a smart move.
Yeah, right.
Like, I get why you want to, keep him, but for God's sake, this, like, huh? But
good call.
And the contract, yeah. The breach of contract thing, I think I can probably guess your reaction is probably the same as mine. Like, yeah, you're, telling your boss, I don't want to do what you're telling me to. I know I signed your contract and I'm taking your money, but no. I don't agree with any of that.
Especially when you get a 20-year deal, too. I mean, that only adds to it. Like, man, this guy had faith in you for 20 years. Now you're giving him the finger.
Yeah. I know. It's like, look, I don't want to, so no thank you. What? I don't know. The Undertaker talked about this recently, now that he's out doing interviews as Mark Calloway, finally. He said, looking back on it, he said, I wish they would have, let Bret drop the belt to me, and then I would have dropped it to Shawn, and then we could have avoided all of this. Because the whole thing wasn't necessarily that, it finally came out, it wasn't that Bret necessarily was like, well, I don't want to drop the belt in Canada. It's, I don't want to drop the belt in Canada to Shawn.
Didn't Shawn dropped, he ended up losing in America to Austin.
Yeah. Well, he said his thing was because, he told Shawn, I guess, one time, is like, I have no, I'll drop the belt to you and all this other stuff. And he was like, oh, thanks, man. And he's like, I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't do the same for you. And apparently that pissed Bret off so bad. And he's like, well, F you, I'm keeping the belt. So,
weenie to me.
Just this
My
whole
feelings
thing.
Are hurt.
This whole thing was just so stupid on both guys' parts. Shawn couldn't keep his mouth shut and his junk in his pants. And freaking Bret was just, I never thought about this until, it might have been Conrad had pointed this out the other day. Conrad Thompson, he said, if you listen to shoot interviews from people, like, looking back, everybody seems like, yeah, I mean, maybe that wasn't the best thing, or I would have changed this if I could go back, or whatever. But if you listen to Bret's shoot interviews in retrospect, it's always, oh, this guy did this to me, and oh, this could have been so good if they would have let me do this. And it's like, dude, can you not ever criticize yourself about anything? Like, everything was always somebody else's fault?
You're right. I'm perfect. I never made any mistakes.
Well, it sounds like and I might get grilled online for this, but, don't at me. But it's like, it sounds like a Vince Russo thing. Because if you ever listen to any Russo stuff, Russo never takes responsibility. He's always, well, standards and practices, or Jim Cornette, or, whoever. It's never him.
Nope.
But yeah, so this whole thing, and the Canadian hero line kind of made me laugh. Like, well, I agree that he's, I say that he's a Canadian hero, and Vince is like, well, I mean, if he is, it's because I scripted him to be one. Like,
just like Hogan.
Yeah, I mean, I get Vince's point. I mean, yeah, he's
without WWE, he doesn't have the platform to be a big star. Let's be fair.
Yeah,
because he wasn't in Stampede, so
right.
There's that.
Yeah, and I'm not disagreeing with Vince on this stuff. I'm just thinking it's like, What does it take to be a quote unquote Canadian hero?
Well, you gotta know to play hockey. You have to like red wine, and you have to like snow.
And you at some point have had to pet a moose.
We're in trouble. We're getting a letter.
Oh, and you love maple syrup, not the fake crap that says imitation on the bottle. No, the real stuff that comes straight out the tree.
And bacon is ham, nothing else.
Exactly. Well, what is this crispy crap you put on my plate? No, I want Canadian bacon, a.k.a. well-cooked ham. All right, moving on here before we piss off more people.